What is up, everybody? My name is Dane Thompson. Welcome back to another episode of BurnDown. So, on today's episode, I'm going to sip some coffee, and we're going to try to extract the bolt that busted off on Sunday. A few days later, I had life to contend with. My birthday was the other day, so I didn't do all that much. Well, now it's time to get back after it, because they announced when we were at the track that there is a Saturday night test in tune, which would be this weekend. And I wasn't really done messing with this thing. We made a couple passes and the thing was just a turd. I went over data logs. I don't know. I still don't really know why it's not coming out of the hole very hard. But I do know that the boost controller, I have a map-based boost control on my Holley Terminator X. And it would come up to boost, like it would start making boost, and then it would just basically vent it. And then by the time I shift into high gear, it would bleed all my boost off. And then it's funny because I made like a couple 7.4 passes, pretty much on like 9 pounds of boost, which is where this car started life at for the most part, because I just would basically run on like 10 pounds, like just under 10 pounds. So that tells me the motor's making essentially kind of the similar power to what it always had kind of made. And then I don't know if that spring, that bolt had backed off. I don't know if maybe I didn't torque it properly, or I torqued it down and it was bound, or there was something, you know, it clicked off at 22 but it wasn't right. I don't know, but the thing snapped off, so we're gonna pull it out. If I can extract it, I got a whole mess of bolts. I think I'm just gonna replace all of them, because if one busted, I don't want more to break. And I have plenty of sets that I pulled off of motors that were probably only installed maybe one time. These have been off and on a lot, so we'll pull them all out. If I can extract that one, we will put a fresh used set in both banks, torque them down, we'll turn the motor over, we'll torque them again, then we'll give it a heat cycle, see if it runs normally. And if it does run normally, you know, we'll kind of, maybe I can put it around and then we'll shut it off, and then after it cools back off, I'll re-torque it at some point. Probably not in this video, but that's if it runs well. And then the other thing I'm going to do, probably not in this video, we're just going to mess with this extraction, because it's probably going to take me the whole afternoon if it doesn't go very well. Is I'm just going to do a pulse width boost control, so I won't have the dome sensor. I'll basically just send a signal to the boost controller like a standard boost control application, where it's just, you command 10 pounds and it just, as soon as it sees enough RPM boost or whatever, it just tries to put you at that boost level. That way we can just get some consistency, just feed it 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 12 pounds, whatever it is, at least it'll hopefully stay there. And then if that works fine, we can mess with other things. But yeah, I stole that from Happel's. He has one on there that's closed loop boost control and then open loop. The closed loop one is essentially kind of like what I was doing, but I don't know, I'd rather go just open loop. It just commands a certain amount, and then we'll see if it can just stay steady at whatever that amount is. I'm hoping that that'll allow me to get up on boost on the two-step, and then when I let off the button, that it just holds that solenoid shut and makes some boost, because I don't know, we'll have to see what it was doing. But other than that, maybe I hurt the motor, maybe something's wrong, because it just doesn't seem like it's really making any steam, other than it wasn't making a bunch of boost, but it still was like just driving Miss Daisy again. So maybe we did toast the motor, maybe something's wrong with it, I don't know, we'll have to see. If anything, we just need to put on like a zillion pounds of boost. At least if I 60 foot like a dog, I might as well just back half the track like a beast, I guess. So we'll do that. Maybe we'll start contemplating what to do next on motor wise, but let's see if we can fix this one first, because I still want to go play Saturday with my friends. I'd like to dial some suspension tuning. I made 3 hits, the thing wouldn't even break tires loose, and that's terrible when you're running essentially a 235 street tire. Not good. Alright, well, as luck would have it, it's this one right here, and it is actually below deck. I don't know if you can see it. So see it in there? A little piece right here that's kind of up, but the rest of it's kind of below. I'm going to try to clean it off real good. We'll see if we can, I guess, just throw like a nut up here and then get the weld started on that portion, and then start welding straight down, and then bring that into the nut itself, and then hopefully turn that and extract it. We'll try that, but I got to clean this off pretty good. And then the only reservation I have is when you're MIG welding, sometimes it'll pop and it just shoots these little pieces of steel balls around. So that's not good. So maybe we'll put some rags and stuff down and hopefully not catch things on fire. I guess I'll get the fire extinguisher out. But yeah, wish me luck, guys. This isn't very fun. All right. I find a different way to hold it. I'm holding it with this, but then I have to hold the gun so far away that it would grow to go through this, then all the way through here, and I feel like it would just pop and go places. So let me find a better way to hold this nut, because I'm only getting one shot to weld it. Alright, I got a little piece of metal holding it, so I don't have to touch anything, hopefully, and wish me luck, boys. Alright, so this little piece of metal is probably hot. Woo! Okay, so I just had this resting against it, and it held it in place. And I just started burning right in the center and built it up. And then when it got tall enough, I thought I just rammed it into the side of the nut. And then we got some little slag down there, but it didn't. It only popped that one time, and the rest of it was clean because they cleaned everything real good. So that's it. We'll put something on it, we'll turn it, and we'll just film it. Let me dig that little piece out. It's probably hot. I'm not gonna touch it. We almost touched it. Let's be honest, the only reason I'm digging that little piece out is to give it like a second to cool off. And because I'm gonna get real disappointed when this doesn't work. Oops. Alright, I picked up the slag. Let's get a wrench. I think that's I don't know, it's one of these. 7/16 or ½ inch. Alright, cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Ready, the moment of truth. Oh. 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 I think we just avoided disaster. Let's see if I can grab it with this. Dude, we are super lucky. Here we go. Come on out. Come on out. Woo! Of course I would drop it. Yes! Success. You know, maybe this should just be called the struggle bus instead of burn down. It should be the struggle bus and watch, race, read. Wait, watch, read, race. See, I'm already confused. Anyway, let's get that little nugget. Where'd you go? Come here, you SOB. It's even hot. Look at that, not even hot. Like a pro, baby. Like a freaking pro. Look at that. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep these guys. I don't know how loose or if that took any damage or wiggled, which I don't want it to. So I'm gonna get a whole different tray or a little standoff. I'll replace these and the bolts all on this side, and then we'll pull the cover, the rocker cover on this side, and we will double check that those boys are 22. That's what they're supposed to be. And I will even double check that that's the actual measurement. I want to say they're 22 foot-pounds, but we will double check. We'll put these back on here and we'll start it up, and hopefully it sounds normal. And then I'll double check, make sure there's no crud. Like I said, it only popped that one little time and there was one little bead right there, so I feel good about our operation. So I think the hot rod gods want me to race, they just don't want me to go fast. That's the only problem. So now I just need to convince them that I'd like to go fast, man. That would be fun. So I think, aha, oh, don't do that, I need the bolts. Fresh out of the side yard. Bam. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll wipe this up, get these bolts, transfer everything over. It's funny, look at, that's the problem. This one was too shiny. We need this dirty one. It's got some use in her. It knows what it's doing. So I'll put these in there, we'll slam it down, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, well, I'm gonna share this with you guys. And I think this is why it broke. So I pulled all these rockers out. This was the one with the broken bolt, this guy that was in here. And if you look, there's two lines. I'm almost certain, if you look at the lines, the bottom side has a radius, this side is flat. But I have a trunnion kit, so technically one could flip it over and possibly install it like so. And if you did that, see there's flat, there'd be this, it'd leave a gap, that would stretch the bolt, pow, Bob's your uncle. So I think that is what we did. Boys, I think I installed that wrong. And again, I mean, you guys watch me thrash on this thing. I get time like everybody else. It's afternoons, evenings, and now that makes me, I'm gonna pull this whole side just to triple check that. So it wasn't weak bolts or anything, I don't think. I think it was just me being an idiot. And like on a stock application, it doesn't spin all the way around. So I've never had that issue because I've never had to deal with it. But if you have a trunnion kit, you can technically spin it all the way around improperly. So I don't know for a fact when I pull it off if it was like that, but those lines tell me that I'm pretty much an idiot. Yeah, some of them, they all kind of look, maybe not, because some of these look like they got lines. That one has a line. So I'll just triple check everything, but that's the only thing I could figure why I would have busted that. All right, we got this thing. Oh, I got a summit sticker stuck there. That's kind of funny. Distracted me. Anyway, a squirrel. All right, we got this thing put back together. Got the rocker arms torqued down. Fixed the ones that weren't facing the right way. Got that bolt back. We should be on 8 cylinders. Let's crank this thing up. Hopefully it sounds decent. Hopefully it gets some mojo back, because it hasn't been happy. Let's be honest. This thing has not really been too excited. All right, here we go. Go gadget. Alright, well I didn't bring you guys along because I got excited. I just went around the block with the car, but it seems to be running fine. starts idles, it's not rough, it makes boost. So other than that, I'm gonna comb over the tune. Like I said, we're gonna change it to just an open loop boost control, so it'll just be a duty cycle on the solenoid, so that way it just commands it for a certain percentage, and then I'll just have to figure out what percentage is what amount of boost. So that way it'll literally just turn on and then not fluctuate. So with the way that I have it now, you know, I would come up on boost and I'd start making boost, and then the wastegate would change its value and literally just bleed off all the boost going down the track. So that's terrible. So this next go around, that way if we command 10, like I said, 12 or 15, whatever it is, we'll start, because I can only start with a few pounds right now. Maybe, you know, the changes I made will help that, but I was only getting like 3 pounds of boost, and then it was just really lazy. So this way, you know, because if I start with 3 pounds, I'm commanding 10, this will be at 100% duty cycle, so it'll fill it hopefully a lot faster. So if I can get up on boost faster, it'll make power quicker. The other thing I'm going to look at too is I really backed all the timing off on this thing because it's a hot setup, and I'm thinking I'm going to compare some of my other tunes and older stuff. All of my stuff under, you know, making boost needs to probably have a lot more timing. I think that's where all my power is. On the NA side of this thing, it needs a bunch of timing, and then as soon as it comes into boost, you know, everything kind of backs down. But I think that's why it's such a turd, because it's basically on like turbo timing without boost, and it should be like NA timing, obviously, when it's running NA. So those are my theories. I'm gonna mess it. Hopefully we get off the struggle bus on Saturday, and I feel like even if it leaves like a turd, we'll just feed this thing some boost, because we're supposed to run at night. It shouldn't be so hot, and then I just won't be afraid of it. We'll just let it eat and see what it does. Reed was running up over 20 pounds. This thing needs to be up over 20 pounds if I want to obviously keep up with him. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to feed the beast. Hopefully it stays in one piece and we have some fun. And yeah, at least get off the struggle bus. I don't even care if we hit like a PB. I just want to get more than like 2 or 3 hits in and drive the car back on the trailer, which I have been doing. That's because I got a winch. So it's not going to break because I got a winch, right? Anyway, you guys know what to do. Wish me luck. Let's get off the struggle bus. Like, subscribe, share. That's pretty hot. I'm out.